a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, June 26th. We get ready for our sports betting day here. A short card for sure on this Thursday. We got some Major League Baseball. We got a 9-game card, 2 in the WNBA and 1 CFL matchup tonight, and we'll talk about them here in just a moment.
Final.
Saw last night the NBA draft yesterday and the first round there, and well, it was pretty eventful, I'd say, with all the picks there of the Brooklyn Nets practically drafting an entire team. We saw Cooper Flag, the most complete player we've seen at a number one pick in a few years for sure. You saw the Spurs take Dylan Harper, got that instant offense. Pardon me here, everybody. And BJ Edgecombe of Baylor went to the 76ers. He got that big upside. Charlotte took Con Knuppel. Definitely a great three-point shooter. Utah, Ace Bailey, the bit of surprise there as the Jazz went for the explosive offensive player. Washington took Trey Johnson out of Texas. New Orleans took Jeremiah Fears out of Oklahoma. I just got a little bit wrong there. I thought that we'd see a little bit something different there, but nonetheless, NBA draft yesterday continues tonight with the second round here, and there'll probably be some things still happening there. We saw the trade also. The Suns traded to number one picks to the Hornets for Mark Williams. Remember, Williams was dealt to the Lakers, but he failed his physical. Now he ends up on the Suns. So, well, interesting events there yesterday. How did you folks do, though, with the picks in our sports betting action? Let's take a look at some of the action yesterday. Say hello to some folks, and let's get some folks in here right now and get the show going. Won't be here very long together today, but we'll try to pick some more winners. Had a pretty good day yesterday with a lot of the picks here on the show. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about what you had and get into tonight's action there yesterday. All right. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here today on the Morning Steam Show. All right, just bringing up the chat here real quick, and we've got Andrew G here today. Thank you for being here. Cash Kane, great to have you. Robert McCormick as well, and Lando here to join us to get us started. So, it wouldn't be that big of a crowd here. Got a couple dozen of you right now, so maybe we'll wait another minute or two, see if anybody strolls in here. We take a look at our sports betting card and the action from yesterday in the major leagues. Man, we were rolling some winners there with the day games, weren't we? Practically hit it all yesterday. We did have the under in the opener there with Pittsburgh and Milwaukee in that highly anticipated pitching matchup yesterday between Skeens and Mizorowski. The early runs there kind of put the Pirates back, but we did have the under here on the show yesterday, of course, and we did have our premium pick winner with our sports money premiums at winnable.com on Minnesota there, or Milwaukee there yesterday. We took the Brewers against Skeens and the Pirates. Also, we did have here with Boston yesterday under in the game against the Angels. We went with the under in that one, 5-2. Angels got the win there yesterday. We did have the Angels as our premium pick winner over at winnable.com. We took the Angels in that one as the Angels there. They had Joe Adell a home run. Darno hit a home run as well. So the Angels got that win there over Boston. We also had the Padres here on the show yesterday. You bet we did. And they got it done there with the win 1-0 yesterday over Washington. It was Pivetta over Gore. We said Pivetta would go long and be strong there. We also had the under as our premium pick winner in that game. Final score was 1-0. Pivetta, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, no runs in 7 innings. Arise scored the only run of the game. And Pivetta's 8-2 now with San Diego as the Padres' 13th shutout of the season. More winners on the evening cards. We had the Rangers here yesterday as our winner on the morning steam show as the Rangers were able to get it done over the Orioles there. Jake DeGrom, 7 shutout innings. We did have the premium pick winner on the under in the game there as well. 7-0 Texas with the win. Also had a premium pick winner yesterday with the Cleveland Guardians in the win there over Toronto as Jose Ramirez had the RBI single there, 5-4. Cleveland did win it. Also premium pick winner with Yankees and Cincinnati game to go under yesterday as Max Fried picked up his 10th win of the year. The Yankees have lost 9 of their last 13. We had Tampa Bay Rays here on the show with Drew Rasmussen going 5 shutout innings in the win there over Kansas City. Hopefully you caught me over on the Cover the Spread show yesterday when I said go under in that game between Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Also, we had a premium pick on the under, Cubs and St. Louis, as Matt Boyd, 6 shutout innings there for the Cubs yesterday in the win there over St. Louis. 8-0 Cubs shut them out. It did stay under. Also, we had a winner here on the show with Houston on the run line over Philadelphia yesterday. We did take Houston. They won the game actually by the score of 2-0 behind Caratini had the home run for the Astros. We also had a pick, a high roller premium pick over there at Tony's Pick, said go under with Wheeler and Gordon there yesterday. And late night winner with Miami on the road, 8-5 win over San Francisco. Things blew up late there yesterday in what was to be a low-scoring game. Miami was 2-1. The Marlins were leading late, and they ended up winning it 8-5 in extra innings yesterday. We did go with the Marlins on the run line. All right, WNBA, we won again with our high roller premium over at Tony's Picks. That gives us now 14 out of the last 15 over there. Maybe it's even better than that. I don't know. It's so strong. We had the Golden State Valkyries. Wow. Another great effort. Liberty got the win. Let's give the credit to the Liberty there yesterday as they got the win. 81-78 didn't cover. Was a tough game for them all the way around as Golden State stayed in there, covered the spread. And we did have the winner here on the show yesterday with the under 163.5. It finished 159.5. Also, it was another winner here yesterday on the show with Connecticut and Las Vegas. We said go under in that big spread game, said go under 160. It finished 144 points as Las Vegas clobbered Connecticut, covered the 19 points. We had another winner there on the show yesterday. We'll try to pick winners here in the WNBA today. All right. Thanks for joining me here, and you can get those premium picks every day over at winnable.com/Ramon. Let me say hello to some more folks here as we get them rolling in here. We got Ignatius Pennyfeather the 7th here today. And also, I always wondered why it doesn't have the VII Ignatius, but actually spelled out the 7th. Hey, Nuke is here, everybody. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. And Shannon Moore is here today as well, as is Old E, getting a little work in today, but he's ready to roll with some picks as well. All right. Hey, you can get my picks there, like I said, over at winnable.com/Ramon. That's how you support me here on the channel, and I really do appreciate it. I mean, we brought some pretty strong wins there yesterday. Can't really pick anything. Tennis, I'm falling apart here on the grass courts. What happened? We started so hot last week. This week's been not great. But you can see how the picks are going over at winnable.com. I'll tell you one thing, we did have some winners in last night, was in Major League Soccer there last night. We had winners with Columbus over Atlanta. There was a winner. We also had Philadelphia over Chicago as a winner. Also a winner with Houston and Minnesota game to go over, and we had San Diego and Vancouver over in the game last night. Also, some winners in some of that soccer action in the FIFA Club World Cup. We had a VIP free pick winner, River Plate and Inter Milan under 2.5. It finished 2-0 late. As Inter Milan took advantage of River Plate's short lineup with a couple of red cards, final 2-0 there. And hopefully you caught on the happy hour yesterday. As I said, take Monterrey over Urawa Reds, and they won 4-0. Also yesterday had the winner here on the show with the Dortmund game to go under. And we'll try it again here with a little soccer today. Just try to find some things to bet on here on a slow Thursday. So please consider the picks over there at winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those packages. There, I send out a couple of updates every day. I can't spend all day with you, even though I'd like to. Give you some winners, free winners here on the show, hopefully. And you can get more picks from me over at winnable.com/Ramon. All right. Really appreciate you guys being here today. I'm just looking for some picks, some games to bet on here today. Like I said, slow day, huh? Hey, let's get into some of the action right now on the card here today with the major leagues. Let's get into it right away. Man, how long are we going to be here? Not very long, I guess. Maybe an hour, if that. All right, the Mariners are taking on the Twins here to get our card rolling along here today with Seattle on the road. They're an underdog here in this one against Simeon Woods Richardson and the Twins. You've got Hancock here on the mound for the Mariners. Hancock comes in with a 5.43 ERA into this one. Woods Richardson, a 5.06 ERA. But Hancock, the Mariners are 7-6 with Hancock on the mound. And he's got a 1.42 whip, 278 batting average against, and a 297 BABIP. Coming into this one for Woods Richardson. He's got a 2-4 record. 3-7 to the under is Woods Richardson, but a 1.44 whip, 268 batting average against, and a 304 BABIP for the Twins here in this one. They come in having lost 11 of their last 13 games overall. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games at home. Right now, Seattle's won 8 of their last 12. They've also won 4 of their last 5 games against Minnesota here right now. Man, Minnesota's just in a bad way. But maybe with Woods Richardson, they can get something going here. Seattle's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. Minnesota's gone over in 5 of their last 7, and they've also gone over in 5 of their last 7 games over there to against Seattle overall. So let's see if you've got some picks here in this one as we get the show going. Can Minnesota kind of stop this skid right now? They've just been in a bad funk here, and the Mariners seem to have their number. Can you consider Minnesota today here as a favorite? They're $1.15, $1.20 or so, and the total 8.5 shaded to the over here right now. Despite the fact that the widely reported steam in this game did come in on the under, we've kind of seen it tick up here to 8.5 over at minus 120 or so. Make sure that's right. All right, let's go to the chat and get some picks here right now. Hello to JM. And he says, it's all rain in Minnesota. Not going to be able to do much with this game. Could be a rain out today. That was a big concern heading into this one, that the weather might not cooperate. It is a day game. It is a getaway day here. So I guess you could hang out a little bit and see if you can get this one in. Obviously, with the start time here at 1 o'clock Eastern there and noon local time, I guess they could wait around a little bit, but 40% chance that this game doesn't even get played. That actually seems a little bit light here, as you got rain expected throughout the day in Minnesota, at least anywhere from 30% chance early on, 50% chance at the start of the game, up to 75% chance in a couple hours in. So we'll see if they can squeeze this one in. The raindrops might be a waste of our time here right now. It's never a waste of time with you guys here on the morning steam, but run by some picks here. Cash K and takes the Mariners here. Jimmy, hello, nice to see you. He says good morning to everyone. Robert takes Seattle here, NYC bar. On Seattle, it's hard to not think that Seattle will continue to do it. There's Sub. Good morning to Sub. I want to mention, everyone, that First Strike is up and available here today with our picks for UFC 317, and Sub and the gang made their picks last night. Well, on First Strike, also BBMMA picks is out there for this week, and also the boys, the sports betting brothers, had their preview for the golf in action here already. I failed to mention, but the golf is underway at the Rocket Classic in Detroit. Lee Hodges is out in front here. They're going pretty low today so far, not even through 9 holes. We see several golfers already. Hodges is 5 under. There's Minwoo Lee at 4 under currently. Victor Perez 4 under. Andrew Putnam 4 under. Keegan Bradley, one of the favorites, 3 under. Patrick Cantlay, another favorite, 3 under so far. Wyndham Clark, the favorites are dotting the board here, 3 under. And Lanto Griffin, Zach Johnson's up there. Colin Morikawa, did he find a caddy to play the round? He's 3 under as well. The scores are running pretty low there in Detroit. All right, Shannon Moore took the Mariners here. Nuke says they'll wait a little while before they get this one in, and NYC Bar says the Mariners are a consensus play here in this one. Wow, okay. How about it? All right, well, if the consensus is on Seattle here, I'll just roll with the consensus here. Why not on a Thursday? I don't know if it's an official pick by me or not. I'm just going to play what the consensus says here. Look, I think Minnesota, they've definitely had some issues here right now. This feels like the game that they should be able to maybe be competitive in today, but they just haven't been competitive, unfortunately, and that's where it's kind of gone haywire here for the Twins right now as they continue to slip away in the Central division here currently. Now 13 games out of first place. We know Detroit's humming along, and the Central's taking a tumble here. So, all right, Seattle, the consensus play. I'm going to roll with Team Steam here in this one. I'll go with Team Steam for once. Okay. All right, and let's see what else we got. Trevor went with Minnesota. All right, next up, the Blue Jays are on the road taking on the Guardians here on getaway day. You got Gosman here on the road taking on Tanner Bybee. Tanner Bybee a 3.86 ERA. He's 4-7 with a 1.22 WHIP. 246 batting average against and a 273 BABIP. He's up against Gosman, who's got a 5-6 record. 4.6 ERA, 1.12 WHIP, 230 batting average against, a 271 BABIP. Gosman, 10-4 are the Blue Jays to the over with Gosman on the mound. In this one, you've got a Toronto team here right now. Let's see if the line is right there. It says 115 for Cleveland. They're up to at least $1.20, if not $1.25 right now. A little bit of move here on Cleveland for sure. Total 8 under 20. That looks pretty solid. So let's see what we can tell you about this matchup. And I want to hear from you guys. For Toronto, they come in having lost 4 of their last 5 games on the road. Cleveland's won 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams. Toronto's actually lost 4 of 6 overall coming in. Cleveland has won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here in Cleveland as well. Cleveland's gone under in 7 of their last 9 games overall, but Toronto's gone over in 12 of their last 16 games. Cleveland's gone under in 5 of their last 6, or over in 5 of their last 6 against the Blue Jays, and over in 4 of their last 5 overall. Cash Kane says, take the Blue Jays on the run line. NYC Bar likes Cleveland here in this one. Nuke Worker says, take the Jays at even money right now. And that might be it from you guys here with Toronto and Cleveland. All right. And that's going to do it here for me in this one. I've got to take the under here with Toronto and Cleveland at 8. All right. I like that game. Robert likes the over, though. Cash Kane likes the over, and Shannon likes the over. Whoops. Maybe I should have waited for the entire chat to chime in before I just went under with this game. Ugh. All right. That's all right. I'm on the under, I guess, here with Toronto and Cleveland. Hey, at least Cleveland's been going under a little bit. All right. Next up, the Athletics. Here taking on the Tigers, and got a little bit of pitching news for Detroit as Dietrich Enns is going to go here. Dietrich Enns is no rookie, that's for sure. Tigers have selected Enns here for Thursday's game. He's been around for a while. He's mostly a career minor leaguer there for a little bit, but he's been in the majors before. It's been a long, winding road for Enns in his career, but hey, it's good to have him here in this one. He's been a pitcher in Japan as well. So, hey, he is a left-hander. He's going up against Springs of the A's. look, credit to the Athletics there yesterday, winning against Detroit. Detroit has the best record in the major leagues against left-handed starters, but they were no match for Jacob Lopez in the 3-0 victory there yesterday. Let's see if they can get it straight today here against the Athletics and Springs. Look, they're still a pretty big favorite with ends out there. They're up to $1.50 or so right now. The total 8.5 over at -115. Let's correct that anyway. But still a sizable favorite against the Athletics. I mean, you do have the Tigers, one of the best records, one of the best teams in the league, period. And well, Oakland, not as much, right? Tigers come in with a very strong record right now, 50-31, despite the loss there yesterday. And the A's are, well, 33-49. But like I said, uh, uh, Tigers against left-handed pitching, they're 16-6. It's still the best record in the league against left-handers. Houston's also pretty strong against lefties, although just 8-3. Haven't seen enough of those left-handers. So let's see what you've got here, and it's going to be Cash Kane starts us off. He's on the A's in this one. Jimmy is on Cleveland here, and NYC Bar likes the Tigers as well on the money line here in this one. So, look, the widely reported steam came in on the A's here. That's what drove it down at least to -150 or so right now. Yeah, I guess I could say that's where it lies. But for the Tigers here, they've actually lost. Remember, this has been the crazy stat between these two. They've actually lost 16 of the last 20 games at home against the A's. The A's kind of have their number. But Detroit, they've lost 4 of their last 6 games overall. Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 8 at home and 10 of their last 11 overall. It was 10 straight before yesterday's under result. The Athletics here have gone 4-1 in their last 5 games on the road, but I just can't get over the fact that, Detroit is so strong against left-handers despite what happened yesterday as Lopez was off the charts there, and the Athletics let those 3 runs that they scored in the 3rd inning stand up. For the Athletics here in Springs, he's got a 4.24 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 227 batting average against, and a 248 BABIP. For Flaherty, he is 5-9 overall, and Detroit's 5-11 with Flaherty on the mound. He's got a 4.8 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, a 220 batting average against. Let's go to the any more picks from the chat. Just kind of a bizarre game here a little bit. Cash Kane says over for sure. Robert says A's in the first 5. Cash Kane says both teams can hit, but it's the pitching that is shaky. Tigers allow just 3.9 runs per game. And Shannon Moore doing us a solid here today. Thank you, Shannon, for making some picks here. He's got the A's run line, and NYC Bar says Ends is pitching today. All right, yeah, man. Ends makes his triumphant return here. He didn't have a lot of options, it felt like there, but the Tigers, Reese Olson's gone, Jackson Jobe is gone. That really did some damage to their rotation. Olson's been a finger injury. Jobe had the Tommy John surgery, so you still got Skubal, you've got Flaherty, you got Mize there. Gibson Long, right? Montero kind of in the bulk role, even though he was sent to the minors. Really, it's Ends that comes in for Montero. So we'll see if Ends makes more than just this one start here right now. Let's make a pick. Just want to mention Detroit still on the run line, 29-22 as a run line favorite. Oakland is 33-31 as a run line underdog. So, all right, I can't help myself here. I'm going to still try Detroit despite yesterday, despite the fact that the steam came in here and the Athletics are, they play well in Detroit. I can't get over some of those numbers, but I'm still going to take Detroit here on the run line in this one, going up against a left-hander. I mean, like I said, they definitely have a very strong record against left-handers this season, 67% wins. So, or let me see, it's even higher than that, right? At 8-3, 73% wins there for Detroit against left-handers. I'll take Detroit again. Didn't learn my lesson yesterday. I'll take the Tigers. All right, next up, the Rays are going to take on the Royals here. The Rays just keep beating up the Royals right now. That's all there is to it. The Rays here are $1.20 on the road. The total's 10. The total is 10 in this one. I don't know if I saw that coming. I thought it might be a little bit high, but man, we're just expecting this game. What are they playing it back in Tampa here? Now, I understand you've got Lorenzen here, and he's got a 4.81 ERA, 1.37 whip, 262 batting average against. But man, look, I understand the wind is blowing out to left field, 14 miles an hour here, and temperatures are in the high 90s today, but we still are in Kansas City, aren't we? It's not always over city in Kauffman Stadium, is it? Well, right now, Kansas City's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games against the Rays. 5 of the last 6 for the Royals have gone under as well. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under here in Kansas City. Tampa's won 4 of their last 5. They've won 5 straight. On the road coming in, Kansas City's lost 9 straight games at home. So I guess they're expected to get blasted here. I want to give these pitchers a chance. You got Shane Baz. He's 7-3, 4.79 ERA. Tampa's 11-4 with Baz on the mound. You know, the Royals are 8-7 with Lorenzen on the mound despite his 4-7 record. Baz has a 1.33 whip, 244 batting average against. Still got to take Tampa, I guess, here until further notice. It just doesn't seem like the Royals can stop this team. It seems like Tampa has their number here right now. So Tampa, don't forget, they're just a game out of first place. You know, Tampa currently in the betting odds, they are 25-1 to win the World Series, and they're a game out of first place in the American League East. Now, we're not even halfway yet. Well, I guess we are. We're just getting to the halfway point this weekend in the Major League season. But Tampa Bay, it's not like they haven't been here before in position to be a contender. So, look, 25-1. Maybe they're not going to win the World Series, but probably could form a little equity there with a futures pick and somewhere down the line with these guys, and probably could make the postseason. 10 games over 500 right now and continuing to roll. I'll take Tampa Bay today here on the road again. They just keep beating the Royals. What can I do? They just keep winning. All right. Let's get the chat in here, and it's going to be Nine Legacy says, give me the Guardians money line and the Detroit run line. NYC Bar likes Tampa Bay. Here's Cash Kane on the over. Shannon likes the Rays on the money line. Hello to Robert Dixon. Thank you, Robert, for your support of me here on the Sports Money Network. Robert says, take the Rays in this one. They continue to roll. Robert McCormick says, Rays first 5. There's Justin McKelvey. Thank you, Justin. He says, Bobby Witt Jr. with an RBI here. And, NYC VAR says Rays are a consensus. If I would have known that, maybe I would have went on the total. But I'll just stick with the Rays. And MLB says the Rays may have to play their games elsewhere. They're so good, maybe we'll just make them play all their games on the road. Maybe they'll play in Kansas City. They seem to win all their games there. Nine Legacy says Royals on the money line. I would imagine if they do that, maybe they would just go to Miami Stadium, I would guess. All right, that's it for that one. Wow, the Rays just continue to rock on this team. Kansas City's lost 4 straight right now, and Tampa Bay, they're looking good, man. Wow. All right. We keep going here on our Major League Baseball card. The Phillies taking on the Astros here on getaway day. After that low scoring game yesterday, we nailed that one, didn't we? With Gordon over Wheeler. And in this one, you've got Christopher Sanchez, the left-hander. He's 6-2 with a 2.87 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, 230 batting average against, and a 290 BABIP. For Hunter Brown here, he's got a 8-3 record coming in for Brown. 1.88 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, and a 178 batting average against. The Astros have won 3 straight, including back-to-back games here over Philly. Yesterday's score was 2-0. The day before that was 1-0. Runs are hard to come by in this series. Look for Houston here. They come in looking very strong now. Houston has found their way to the top of the standings, of course, in the West by 5.5 games currently over Seattle. Final. And they're about $1.30. Let me see here right now. $1.40. Oh, even higher here. $1.48. Some of the sharp books right now. The total is 7 under. Oh, woof. Under getting the call here in this one. Why not? After what we saw, I'll put 725 because I'm showing some 6.5s out there right now. I'm going with Houston in this one to kind of keep it going here against Philly. They won the first 2. Philly can't score a run. The fans are really upset. Philly is 5-10 as an underdog so far this season. I'll take the Astros here. They're up to, I'll put $1.45 up there for sure, but I even see the sharp books are even higher on the Astros. Here, let's see what you guys have in this one. Hey, Royals money line there for 9. Legacy. I want to say good morning to Essex here today. He's ready for some PFL action with the tomorrow. Essex, we'll try to get something out here. Maybe on the I might have to go behind the paywall there. Don't have it up and ready just yet, but maybe we should have here with our short card today. Dougie's on the Astros here. NYC Bar says, Astros money line, you can't fade Brown when he's on the mound. Spoon says you got to keep rolling with these Astros right now because the Phillies can't hit. I don't know if that's what Spoon says, but that's what everybody's saying. Phillies will be swept, says Dougie. Free bands, says the Giants. Dougie says his free bands. Play of the day, Giants -1 run. JW, Phillies. He'll take them in this one. Plus money. Look, they're live in the game here, but man, you know what? The steam is rolling in right now. You might have heard in the background. The line service just chimed in and said, it is Phillies in Houston, steam to the under, as 6.5 pretty much coming in everywhere right now. 6.5 over 20 here with these two teams not producing much offense. The steam coming in on the under here in this one between the Astros and the Phillies, and why not? You got Phillies gone under in 7 of their last 8 on the road. Phillies gone under in 5 of their last 7 games. 11 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including 6 straight at home for Houston against Philly. Dougie likes the Cubbies. That's a rhyme. Ignatius says Houston money line and Brown to get 7+ Ks. Cash Kane likes the Astros here. NYC Bar says the Astros. Oh, man, I did another play. Oh, boy. All right, I just keep stepping all over the consensus here this one. But, hey, at least we're all on the same page, I guess. And you got also right there pick for Robert Astros first 5. Good morning to Jermaine in the chat. All right, I'm on the Astros there in that one. Let's continue on here with our Major League Baseball card. The Cubs and Shoto Imanaga going against Andre Palante and the Cards. The Cubs are on the road here, favored at -$1.35 or so. The total is 9. Juice to the over. But I think I'm going to go 9 over 15 because I'm showing that, and I'm also showing some 9 flat here. For Imanaga, comes in here with a 3-2 record, 2.82 ERA, 109 WHIP, and a 211 batting average against. Pretty solid numbers here for Imanaga. Worthy of road favoritism at $1.35, though. Cardinals with Palante. He comes in with a 5-3 record and a 4.42 ERA, 1.3 WHIP. I'm sure that the difference in starting pitching quality may be responsible for some of that uh, shade there on the line there with the Cubs favored. The Cubs have still lost 3 of 4. The Cards won yesterday's game between the two teams, or the Cubs won yesterday's game between the two teams 8-0. The Cards won the first two 8-2 and 8-7 here in this 4-game set. Palante here is Cards are 9-6 with Palante on the mound. Cardinals have won 7 of their last 9 coming into this one. They've also won 4 of their last 6 games at home. Currently in the standings, the Cubs have a 2.5 game lead over Milwaukee, 3.5 over St. Louis. Both teams playing pretty strong here right now. Cubs, though, have lost 5 of their last 7 currently. Cubs have gone over in 6 of their last 7. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here in St. Louis have gone over, and 8 of the last 10 between the two have gone over as well. Let's see what you guys have here with the Cubs taking on the Cards today. And more daytime action. All the games are in the daytime today, except for the final game of the day. So we're going to be done with our sports action. What are we going to do tonight? I guess we'll watch the NBA draft. All right, let's see what you got here in this one with the Cubs and the Cards. A lot of opinions here, though, in this one. And Dougie says, hey, you swept the board yesterday. Keep rolling with Dougie. Phillies money line for 9 Legacy in the matchup with Houston. Thank you, 9 Legacy. Cash Game likes the Cards on the run line here at home. Not a great price, but I got to give it to you there, as Cards are plus 1.5 today at minus 140. You know what? That's actually a very reasonable money line, run line for a minus 135 favorite on the road. You know what? That might not be a bad call, actually, in this game. Caminero to hit 3 over 2.5 runs, hits, and RBIs. NYC Bar likes the Cubs. 9 Legacy likes Cardinals on the money line. Jermaine says Nick Kurtz today in his matchup there with Detroit, but we want to make sure we get that in there. Thank you, Jermaine. Nick Kurtz has been pretty awesome, hasn't he? Here's Free Bands says, the Free Bands is the top play. Okay. Spoons gives the update on Imanaga here on his comeback here in this one today. I mean, obviously they're expecting good things, right, with Imanaga, placing him here on the road, but it all looks clear here right now for Imanaga today. Feels like, and his health here in this one. The Cubs have been just fine with him sidelined, and they've had great pitching so far, very good pitching, and even had to send Ben Brown down there, as he was been torched there recently. So, and the Cubs could use Imanaga back. That's probably where they've been struggling here a little bit with some of these losses. Feels like in the starting pitching, but Imanaga, like I said, good strong ERA this season. Before this spell, he's had just 8 starts this year. So, all right. Any more in the chat here? Jermaine says the Cards on the money line, and that he's fading Imanaga. Contreras for McKelvey, RBI there. Justin's on the Cards here. Shannon's on the Cards as well. NYC Bar says, what do you think the game of the day is in the major leagues. I would imagine I'll take a shot at this one. I'll say it's Atlanta and the Mets tonight. Yeah, Philly and Houston, great pitching matchup there. But you got one night game, and there it is. All right, Dougie likes the Cubs because everybody's on the Cards here. You know what? I'm going to take a look. Cardinals are a consensus. Wow, the NYC Bar says. I'm gonna take the Cards on that run line at minus $1.40. I know that one. It almost seems like a cop out in a way, but given how well the Cards are playing, minus $1.40, that's not too bad for me. And let's see here. NYC Bar says the Cubs game or the Mets game would be the game of the day. And Essex says Cardinals here. And Gorky's here today. He's got Pegula. He's got Andreeva. Where's tennis picks today? I'm starting to pick it up there. I just saw some games come in that we won there. And are we still in a rain delay there in are we still raining over there in Eastbourne right now? Yeah, it looks like it is. That Swiatek, she was down beating Alexandrova. We did see some other finals come in. So, all right, Jermaine may take the Cubbies here. Gorky says Cubs and Dodgers on the money line. He says baseball is all messed up right now. He also likes Germany today. I think he's got some basketball there, Gorky? I'm not sure what's even going on. Okay, Andrew says Iga comes back to win. Gorky's saying the venues that the tennis is in. Okay. All right. I'm taking St. Louis, I guess, on the run line here. A little cop out, but hey, I'm trying to win today. Keep the winning going here on the morning steam. Feels like we've done pretty well. All right, we're going to keep it going now here. Dodgers taking on the Rockies. The steam has come in on the Rockies in this game. That's for sure. Look at the line here. Dodgers, yeah, they're 275, 280 right now. And the total is pretty much 12, shaded to the under, maybe minus 115 or so for Kershaw. He's 3-0 with a 3.31 ERA. Dodgers are 5-2 with Kershaw. Dodgers have gone over in all 7 of Kershaw's starts this season. He's got a 1.31 whip and a 252 batting average against. For Gomber, they've gone over in both of his starts, but he's got an 8.38 ERA, so why not? Didn't go over yesterday, though, did it? 1.65 whip, 342 batting average against. Dodgers dicey here as a huge favorite, but still they've won 9 straight games against Colorado, continue to dominate them right now. Colorado's lost 11 of their last 13 games at home. So, what are you going to do? The Dodgers are minus 1.5, minus 185 on the run line there. And they got it done yesterday. Remember, I tried to take Colorado plus 3 runs, and that didn't work out. Who wants Colorado here now? I tried them and didn't work. All right. NYC Bar likes the under here. Justin says take Mookie over his total bases. And Justin likes the over for the Dodgers team total here in this one. Man, I'll just take the Dodgers here. But what's the run line? $1.85 here. Dodgers have won 9 of their last 11. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5. Colorado's gone under in 5 of their last 7. It was definitely an under game all game yesterday until the end of the game when the Dodgers started to pile up those runs. It almost went over, actually, in the end, but it still stayed under. Dodgers, though, have gone over in 39 of they're 39 and 26 to the over as a favorite. Colorado, however, 31 and 43 to the under as a dog. What are you going to do here? Let's go to the chat.
Final.
Well, nope, you guys are done in the chat because this game's not very good. All right. I'll just, what can I do here? What's Dodgers at minus 2.5? Look, I tried the Rockies. It didn't work. And maybe I'll just have to lay the Dodgers here. -2.5 at -135. Ugh.
Final.
Well, I'm going to flip back to the Dodgers here and lay 2.5 runs at this point. That must be square, but I don't want to lose again with the Rockies after what happened yesterday. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's move on. Let's go to the Marlins and the Giants here. You got a junk going here for the Marlins and Birdsong for the Giants. Jansen Junk here in this one for the Marlins. They're on the road and they're an underdog here. Giants are up to $1.85, $1.90 here at this point. Oops, I got to fix Birdsong. I have Birdsong up there. And we'll call it $1.85, but that's pretty high, man. Come on. For a Marlins team that got it done again yesterday, they've won 3 straight. They've looked pretty good in this series, and Junk's been okay for sure so far. Junk has got an ERA of 2.60 and 1 start here. He doesn't go very long here, but good numbers nonetheless. It's just that Miami's playing so well, it feels like. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this game. And, man, I gotta think the Miami Marlins are the way to go here in this game. The Giants have just been very mediocre here, it feels like, of late. They're kind of slipping down the standings, aren't they? They're 5.5 back now. The Dodgers starting to get away. Marlins are minus $1.40 on the run line. Oh, man, I was hoping for better than that, but I'm going to take the Marlins here. I'll take them at plus a 1.5 in this one against the Giants tonight. Let's take a look at you guys here and the see what's going on. There's Dougie Wise. That's his big play. That means right here, Giants -1, -130. I don't mean to go against Dougie there, but man, I'm just seeing the Marlins just take 2 in a row. Dougie says, hey, not sweeping. Come on, not these Marlins, not right now. And hey, you know what? Marlins, what can I say? They've been playing competitive. You look at what happened in that game yesterday. Things got bizarre there kind of late, right? With the base hits and the plays at the plate and going extra innings. I'm going to take the Marlins. I'll take him on the run line. That way Dougie can be, well, he'd have to win it by 1, but Shannon Moore says take the Marlins on the run line with me. Not a great price on this one, I think, compared to the last one, or the St. Louis game, really, but I'm going to go with the Marlins in this one. You got Miami here. They've won 5 straight on the road. They've won 5 of their last 7 against the Giants. They've won 4 of their last 5. Overall, Giants have lost 7 of their last 10. They've also lost 4 of their last 5 at home against the Marlins. Giants have gone under in 14 of their last 20. Marlins have gone under in 6 of their last 7. And the 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in San Francisco have gone under. Marlins will cover, says Cash Cane NYC Bar. Likes the over in this one at 7. Man, is it down to 7 here? I'm going to say it's still 7.5, but maybe an alternate line there for NYC Bar. Let's go. Oh, my gosh, we're on the last game, you guys. Last game. Braves and Mets. Does feel like the featured game here a little bit, just because you got the Braves starting to come back a little bit. I'd have to say that maybe I'd go with the Phillies now. You think about it, that game, that question, because, or you know what? Don't sleep on that Cubs Cards game either, you guys. Anyways, the Braves are still 5 games under 500 here, but they did lose finally to the Mets yesterday. Mets got the win 7-3. You got Grant Holmes going here up against Griffin Canning. They didn't give us the Holmes matchup we were looking for. Holmes comes in with 3.71 ERA, 4-6 record, 1.2 WHIP, 208 batting average against, and a 255 BABIP. For Griffin Canning, he is 7-3. The Mets are 11-4 with Canning on the mound, 3.91 the ERA here. And let's see what you guys have here in this one. I know what I'm going with the under for sure as my play here on the morning steam. Can't talk me out of this one, gang. Uh, Mets are 17-21 to the under at home. Braves are 6-9 to the under as a dog. Let me make sure there's still a dog here. They are, but they're about $1.15 are the Mets and the total. 8.5 shaded the over here right now in this one, but I'll call it 8.5, and I'm going to take the under here with the Braves and the Mets. See what you guys have. The baseball segment is over, man. All right. Let's see here. Justin likes the Braves game to go over here. And I just went under. The Cash Cane says Braves first 5 in this one. And old Doug, let's see here. Olson keeps walking. NYC Bar says Braves on the money line. I guess that's it for the baseball. Thanks, everybody. Man, it's only the quarter after here. And Andrew says, despite the fact that the Mets just lost, I don't know, what was it, 11 of 12 here recently. Let me see what it is here currently. Mets have lost 10 of their last 12 overall. Atlanta's won 9 of their last 13. Atlanta's won 6 of the last 7 against the Mets. But what Andrew's saying is, hey, they're still just a half a game out of first behind the Phillies, right? And I think that does it. There's some games in the WNBA today I'd like to look at. Let's go to it, shall we? We've got the Sparks taking on the Fever. Here in this one, you've got the Sparks on the road, an underdog, of course, to the Fever. Fever favored now by 10. No, not 10. There's, let me see here. Down to 7. Anyways, the big news has come in here within the last couple of minutes. In fact, you might want to get it going right now. Just in here within the last couple of minutes. In fact, I think we should go breaking news on this one here, shouldn't we? Let's get to maybe just a little bit here. Breaking news. Just within the last couple of minutes. Let's bring that to you right now. All right, and this one just heading in here to the high-speed sports wire. Caitlin Clark is going to miss tonight's game with a groin injury now. Here, the Wings will play the Fever on Friday night in Dallas, so we don't know what's going to happen, but we got back-to-back games here for the Fever, and now Caitlin Clark. It was obvious she was, not perfect on that last trip, and right now we're seeing Caitlin Clark hit the injured list here for this game today. So, look, could be resting here. You got the back-to-back. It's a winnable game, but it's not like the Sparks are, knocking them out of the park right now with just a 500 record coming into this one. So, hey, start to hit those props, maybe like Jermaine is right now with Boston, and she's been on fire here, but I'm updating this line to read 6.5 or 7.5 here right now. I'm going to call it 7, and the total has dropped here to about 169 or 170. This is fresh news, breaking news here. There it is. In fact, we've just beaten the line service. They are just now sending me the notice that Caitlin Clark is out. I just caught it because saw it on the tweet deck here just as I was getting ready to announce the line, and then the line started to change. So we'll see what happens tonight between these two, between Indiana and LA. A little bit of a tough spot here right now without Clark in the lineup for the Fever, but look, they've been just fine without her. She's missed us several games so far. They didn't win them all. They didn't lose them all. And LA's still not just 5-10 or 4-11 straight up, but just 5-10 against the spread and just 2-8 against the spread in their last 9. They really haven't looked that good now. Damiris Dantas, she's also out here for the Fever. She's joining the Brazilian national team for some South American action here. So I'm kind of trying to reassess. I'm kind of like stalling here a little bit, trying to punch the numbers in real quick, see what we got out of this one. All right, let's see here. Go to the chat, actually, to help me out. NYC Bar on the under here. Cash Kane says, give me the Fever money line and the under. Mystics and the over. Justin says, go with Aaliyah Boston now. Cash Kane says, Sparks money line and the under. Old E says they're just resting Clark here. As Shannon Morris says, Plum can have a huge game here. I don't disagree with that necessarily. But just reassessing here with this information right now with Clark out of the lineup and the big dip in the spread. I'm calling it 7 here right now. And I'm going to go ahead and take the LA Sparks in this one. All right. So big news there. Let's go to the other game tonight here with the Mystics taking on the Aces right now. And you got the Aces here favored in this one by 8. Total 161 here with Las Vegas at home. Just a 2-5 spread record right now at home for the Aces here. 3-5, let's say. They covered yesterday. They are on the back-to-back here against the Mystics. Now, the Mystics have been interesting. They definitely been a pretty good team against the spread, 9-6, but they've had some inconsistencies as well. For example, losing games that maybe they should have won. Remember, they were at home against Atlanta and they lost by 33 points, but they've covered 3 out of their last 4 games here. Las Vegas, even last night, look, they rolled the Connecticut team late to win by over 20 points and get that spread, but that was Connecticut. Washington's been a little bit more solid here of late. I'm taking Washington in this one, plus the 8 points against Las Vegas here. For Las Vegas, like I said, they're 3-5 against the spread at home. Washington 6-4 against the spread as an underdog. Washington is 2-5 to the under on the road. They're 3-7 to the under as an underdog. And I'll just end up taking the Mystics here. Let me knock it down to 8, actually, in this one. Total here, 161.5. Just a little bit of a drop on the total. Give me the Mystics tonight here against the Aces in the W. And let's see here. We've got Justin says he likes the over in this one with the Aces and the Mystics. Cash Kane. Hit that like button because the show's about over. Oh, man, that's it for the show pretty much. Let's move to the CFL. I've got one game to look at there tonight. I also want to mention here real quick, you guys, in this WNBA action here. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, where I have my high roller premiums. I call them the high roller premiums. Look, the plays over there at Tony's Picks, they're a little bit boutique, right? I charge a pretty penny for those plays. So those are games that, actually should be wagered stiffly, if you know what I mean. I mean, if you're getting those picks, you should be wagering between, 200-300 or more on those games or more. actually. So I've hit 14 of my last 15 WNBA picks over there on Tony'sPicks.com. Fully documented. You can check it out. But I am on a roll, and my premium will be in this game, I do believe. Gonna have to check out just a few more details to make sure. Hey, Elks and Blue Bombers tonight. Our final game to look at is in the CFL, and you've got the Elks on the road against the Bombers. They're 11-point dogs. It's gonna be a tough game for the Elks. Total 51.5 here in this one, and well, it's still a big number, but the Bombers here, big favorite. Let's see what you got here with these two. You got the Bombers coming in here right now with a 2-0 record so far. And the Elks come in at 0-2 right now. So Caleros, he was back this past game. He had 179 yards, 2 touchdowns, couple of interceptions, but should be a pretty good game. Now, Dembski is out, I do believe, in this one. He left last game there, and he is out of this game. So what can you say here in this one? You kind of think Winnipeg should still blow the doors off of these guys. Still, it does feel just a tad high right now at 11. Oh, man, this one's tough for me here. It feels like I kind of want to take the Elks, but Trey Ford, he did do what we said he would do, right? We said he would be running a little bit. He had that rushing touchdown there last game, just 3 carries for 31 yards. He did go 27 of 36 for 308 yards last game. Now, Edmonton isn't going to be able to run very well, I wouldn't think, but man, I just almost want to take these guys right now at 11 points. Any comments from the chat? Let me know. Help me out. All right. We've got Gorky. He likes the Blue Bombers in regulation here with the Alouettes. All right. I got you here. Gorky says, even with Thompson injured, is that Thomas? Oh, anyway. Jerry says, too many, got to take the Elks. That's what I want to do. I want to take the Elks. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Elks as my play here on the show. The widely reported steam did come in on the Elks, but still 11 points here. Play the 11 and pray. That's what I'll do. I'm going to pray here with the Elks. Give me them here plus 11 in this one. All right, I guess that's it for the show here. Look, let me give one play out, I think, before we get off the air here in the FIFA Club World Cup. There are 4 games in the Club World Cup, including Manchester City and Juventus, and an early feature here, it feels like. I'm going to go to the late game, and I'm going to take Salzburg plus a goal and a half against Real Madrid tonight at plus $1.10. Give me Salzburg plus 1.5 against Real Madrid in one of the late games tonight. We're in the last stage of group play here. Manchester City and Juventus is the part of the early group there. 4 games tonight in the FIFA Club World Cup. Also, NBA draft tonight, so not much going on. Cash Kane says you got the Ramon, take the 11 and pray. And Gorky said there, he's talking about Bethel Thompson there out of the game. And, I mean, right. Thompson's in, right? Because Davis Alexander's out. I think that's right, Gorky. Am I getting it right? He says he doesn't know what else to tell me, so maybe I'm not. Oh, I am getting it right. Okay, yeah. But that's tomorrow's game there, right? So we'll get to that then. That's going to do it for the show here on the Morning Steam, man. Hey, look, if you order subscribe to my plays today. I'll tack on some extra days here for sure. If you get the 3-day package today, I'll hook you up for a week. If you get the week package, I'll put on an extra week. Whatever it is, I'll put on some extra because there's not a lot of action here today. We know. So subscribe to my picks over at winnable.com. Got my golf up there from last night as well. You can still get in on this tournament here, although the leaders here, Zach Johnson turned back the clock here at 6 under. Nico Echeverria is currently at 5 under, along with Lee Hodges and Minwoo Lee here currently, as we got the plays going off here right now. And you've got Keegan Bradley 4 under, Patrick Cantlay 4 under, Wyndham Clark at 4 under. Good leaderboard here in golf, so check those out. I've got a few more in tennis as well, so hey, I'll have my UFC up there. Don't forget to check us out here. We've got all of our programming here. The Guardians are being steamed right now in their game against the Blue Jays. We already saw them up to $1.25. What are they now? Guardians here are up to $1.35 here right now at some books, DraftKings currently. All right, fam, that's it. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. Be back tomorrow at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. Here tomorrow. Don't forget to catch Mikey Money today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. He'll cover the 1 game in Major League Baseball. He'll cover the 2 WNBA games. I don't know what else he's going to do. Maybe he'll talk Canadian football. He's basically got 4 games and an hour to do it in. Mikey, take a day off. Why don't you? Anyway, he'll never do that. But nonetheless, should be a fun night, right? Without much sports going on here. Sancho, nice to see you. Andrew K., thanks a lot. And thank you, Cash Kane and Jerry Davis as well. He says Morikawa, he's doing well on the course, but man, he's a head case off the course apparently. And hello to Tex today. All right, that's going to do it, you guys. Really appreciate you joining me here on the show. And don't forget, when you subscribe to my plays over at winnable.com, that's how you support me here on the channel. Keep me coming back every day and trying to give out some winners anyway. Use the promo code STEAM. Save 20%. Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow with more Morning Steam. Bye-bye.
That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to